Probably heard of venture capital and you've heard of bootstrapping, but have you heard of seedstrapping? I think it's a fascinating concept if done right, and I think ends up in a win-win for founders and individual angel investors or solo GPs. Seedstrapping is basically a concept where you raise a seed round and then you bootstrap your way to an exit. And that exit could even be potentially as big as an IPO if it actually works. How does it actually work? You basically raise it exactly the same way as you would for a VC-backed company, and then now one of two things happen. One, your company gets a crazy amount of traction, and so your revenue is actually funding operations. If you look at companies like Lovable or Bolt or any of these, we're all seeing how these companies are getting to 50 million ARR, 100 million ARR in a very, very short span of time. And in the future, we might see a lot of these companies that are just getting off the ground with the seed round and funding their operations from revenue. And the second one is where you feel like you can find product market fit super early and you can scale super cheaply. So beware though, it doesn't work in situations where, number one, for example, you have to sell to enterprises because enterprises care about stability of the company. Number two, it's very hard to get traction very early. For example, if you're building AI infrastructure or if you're building B2B infrastructure, it's quite hard to seedstrap a company. And number three is that founder burnout is quite real, and seedstrapping might just put additional pressure on the founder to say this is the last money you're ever going to raise to make the company profitable and also grow quite quickly. The last thing I will address though is the ethicality of seedstrapping, because when you're raising a seed round, saying that you're going to grow at venture capital growth rates, and if you are doing that disingenuously, then I'm not sure what that says about you. So approach with caution, and if you do it right, there is an option where you don't actually need to raise back-to-back rounds. You retain a lot of equity and you can actually make a really, really nice outcome for yourself as a founder at the end of it.